And we're live. I'm your boy Don 4, and this is Big Al. This is the Savygents live at season 2. Season 2. Do we have an episode for you? Al, go ahead, tell them.
Yo,
what's the topic?
The topic today is second chance boo. Let me explain that shit real quick, alright? So we talk about people that have been cut, we talk about people that usually put their ways, and they come the fuck back.
Coming back.
Yeah,
scrambling.
Back.
Look at you scrambling.
Sliding in the
What are you
DMs.
scrambling for?
Forgot to have your number. Gotta get it again. You know, so many different ways to come back. But the reason why they're coming back is because you ended shit respectfully.
So
that's the fucking reason.
100%.
Like me and Don, we've both been cut. I've been cut recently within the last couple months. Like, I'm being honest, you know?
Fucking champ right here.
But here's the truth to it, right? There's two ways to cut someone appropriately, right? A lot of people like the ghost. They like the fucking ghost. And like, if you've been on 3 or 4 dates with someone and you're ghosting, grow the fuck up. Come on. Like, send them a fucking message like, yo, I'm not feeling this anymore. I don't see this getting more romantically involved. Just say some shit like that, you know, trust me. Like, within a month, like, you might have felt like some type of attachment, a little bit, but like, you're not gonna really fucking crush and destroy someone's world. Maybe. I don't know.
No, to respectfully, let's say you have a first date. Sometimes you have a first date and the vibe you're feeling during the text is not the vibe you're feeling in person. So it's dead. So what's respectful is you tell them at the end of the first date, like, yo, listen, like, when I came here, it's not really what I expected, but I think you're a real cool person, but I don't think we can get any further, you know, romantically involved. You know, that's how you dead somebody, respectfully. You don't just ghost them and just, I had the first date, I met the individual, all that time and effort wasted, and then I'm just not going to deal with it because that's immature. You don't have to do that. We're all adults now, you know what I mean? Like, just be respectful and tell them the truth. Like, people are so afraid to tell the truth, it's actually baffling.
Yeah, there's been instances
crazy.
where someone like asks, like they've been on like one date, and the girl would ask, it's like, yo, so you're on the apps. And the dude like will lie, and then he'll go like one of the girlfriend's friends, get screenshotted, have that screenshot sent back to his ass.
Yeah. You just like looking nuts. You like looking nuts.
It's like, bro, you don't even need to fucking lie. I get you don't want to lose your fucking option, but at the same time, bro, it's like, if that's your only option and that's the only option you can get, maybe you need to look in the mirror and look at yourself and fucking reevaluate.
Maybe you need to sit yourself down, bud.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like that's what the Savage Gentleman Club does.
Exactly.
We sit you down via audio, record a podcast, via video.
Via sit yourself down, via FaceTime. How do you want to get sat down, buddy? There's ways.
No, 100%. We just keep it real all the fucking time, you know? Alright, so let's talk about this, okay? So, now, alright, so we respectfully cut someone off, okay? So to respectfully cut off, right? That person, like, especially if you're a dude doing it, at least in my experience, like, they're not gonna come back, like, hard initially, immediately after the fact. It could be a couple fucking years, which is wild. It could be after a couple months.
Yeah, that's probably the most common thing that happens.
And it's like, it's almost like, it's crazy because it's almost how...
A couple years is not that long.
Yeah, me as a guy, like, if I get cut from someone, like, if someone cuts me, unless it was like mutual, if you just cut me, whether it's a ghost or you're just like, yo, I'm not feeling this, I'm never going fucking.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm gonna say that right now to the camera. If you cut me like, and it was a unilateral cut, like whether it's via ghost or you just sent me that text, like whatever, like after a couple weeks or whatever of dating, and you're just like, I'm not feeling this, I'm not going back. So I have respect for myself. It's dead, and I'm moving on to the next opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay? As a girl though. What's interesting though, it's like there's been times where I've mutually parted ways with a girl, or sometimes it's been unilateral, for particular reasons, and the girl will come back, you know, and then it just kind of depends on how you come back, number one, and then why I cut you in the first fucking place.
Exactly. You know? She didn't know what did they do, right? What did they do to get cut?
And it's like for me, it's like I always try to teach people fucking lessons, right? Because I've learned a lot of fucking lessons. So it's like anyone that comes in my life, I hope you learn a fucking lesson, you know, whether it's a positive one. It's always positive, fuck that, it's not even negative. I gotta catch myself there.
It could be positive or negative from their perspective.
That's what I was trying to get at, you got it, yeah. So like for example, there was this one girl, I was going out, and I was taking care of everything. I was taking her out to dinner, I was paying for everything, never even asked her to pay for shit, right?
Of course.
I was just being a gentleman.
Everything paid for, no questions.
Picking her up, didn't have a ride, whatever. You know?
Everything, huh?
Fucking everything.
Yeah, everything.
And this girl would put me together. Okay, like what's Don? You explain.
I gotta explain it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you.
All right. Some more SGC lingo for you guys. So if you put somebody together, putting someone together is like the individual who puts you together. You're on their schedule without you knowing. They already have plans that you're involved in, and they don't tell you until the last minute. It's like here's an example. Like, let's say the girl, she's like, all right, we're going to dinner. Cool. That's the plan. All right. You agreed to go pick her up. Cool. As soon as you get there, her and two friends hop in the car. You're put together.
Yeah, I mean that's a crazy ass example. Like,
yeah, but it happens. You know, like you don't have all the details, but she told her friends that she had a ride to dinner, and maybe her friends are gonna join dinner, but it doesn't matter. Like you didn't know, but you're a part of somebody's schedule, and you're put together.
Now, for example, like here's some real life put together examples within this case right here, and like for me, it's like. I notice all the shit you're doing, right? And I'm fucking taking notes. It's like sometimes I don't say something in the beginning because I'm just trying to react to see what your behavior you're gonna continue to go with.
Makes
like
sense.
thinking that I don't fucking know what you're doing.
That makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like so I'll do that a lot of times. I'll give you a couple times, and then once I see it, I'm just like, all right, you're gonna get your ass sat down. And I'm gonna tell you what the fuck you're just doing.
How do you sit them down, big guy?
Like, yeah, respectfully, of course. All right, so for example, all right, so let's talk about this one individual, right? I think she's actually a great person, like, and she's made so many fucking changes in her life. She's fucking growing the fuck up. That's why it's a fucking beautiful story, honestly. So basically, like, fucking this girl, like. She's put together like left and right. For example, like I'm picking her up, and she's like, "Oh, do you mind like picking up my friend?" Or
there you go.
Meeting up with my friend. It's a little bit later, and she's like, "Yo, I'm trying to hang out with you. What the fuck, you know?"
Oh yeah.
So she's doing that, and then fucking like I remember another instance. It was like she invites me out or whatever, and I'm like, "Cool." Like I meet all of her friends or whatever, and fucking like she like runs off somewhere. I don't know where the fuck she went, and then she goes over to this group vibe, whatever. And I go
Wait,
there.
did she tell you that her friends were gonna be there? Or?
Yeah, she told me her friends were gonna be there.
So her friends are definitely gonna be there. You picked her up, took her to the spot. Or
no, she was already there.
Oh, you were already there.
So I'm meeting her up, and she's like, "Yo, come out."
Cool.
And like I responded in like 30 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
So in her mind, for whatever she thought, like since I didn't respond in 30 minutes, like that I wasn't really coming. But I told her I was like I responded like what happened was like. I didn't respond for 30 minutes and I was like, yo, on my way. Like 30 minutes later, but I guess she didn't fucking look at it.
30 minutes is not a long time at all.
Yeah, it wasn't that crazy. So I get there and she's like, yo, I'm here. And she's like, oh, hey. And like, I get there and fucking shit. And like, I meet the friends, like it's smoothed over a little bit, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes over to like this, like, it's almost like almost VIP, but not really. It's like knockoff a little bit. They got the ropes and shit.
But knockoff.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's over there and I'm like, yo, what's up? We're hanging out. And she's like, oh, this is like, basically she was saying like I couldn't come over there, and then like a little
what was
later,
the point of even inviting you out?
Yeah, and then like, she was like, oh, I didn't know you were coming. Like I guess like because I texted late. She's like, oh, you texted late, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I responded like 30 minutes later.
That's not bad. Dude,
yeah,
honestly.
And she starts dancing with some dude. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? That was like, yo, like now we're fucking like. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, that's kind of rude. So she invites you out to watch her dance with another guy.
So I go over and I'm like, yo, fuck this shit. And I start going talking to other girls, shooting my shot. I'm just like, you know what, fuck this. I'm already here. I'm gonna shoot my shot. Like if you're doing that shit, like blatantly disrespectful.
So you retaliated due to her.
And I started dancing with some girl, and she's like, that's my friend. And I was like, I didn't even know who the fuck your friend was. Like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
But that's what you get. That's what she almost kind of deserved that shit.
So was she upset that you were dancing with another girl, or
because apparently the guy she was dancing with was just like a friend. I don't fucking know. But like you invited me out, like I'm over there, like doing all this shit, and like I don't know. There's a couple instances where it's just like basically like she was just adding shit to the plan that wasn't part of the plan, and like basically like I told her I was like, yo, this is like. I was almost kind of phasing her out a little bit. It's like before like I developed the gentleman exit. That's like for another episode.
Interesting.
But I was like kind of phasing her out a little bit because I was like I saw what the fuck she was doing. I was just like, bro, this shit's whack as shit. Like started pushing her down the priority list or whatever. Like it's like, yo, I'm not really gonna entertain this shit.
Wow.
Because like I'm basically covering all your shit. You're inviting me out and you're doing some shit like that. Dude. And then finally she told me what's up, and I was like. She was like, what's going on? I was like, yeah, this is what's going on. And I named fucking everything she was doing.
Wait, so let me just get this straight, just quick summary. So this girl invites you out, she's with a group of friends, right? You failed to respond within 30 minutes. which is not that big of a deal. I don't even know if it was. Maybe to her it was, but she thought.
I guess because we're texting pretty like closely and it was, like,
Okay.
within a couple minutes, so I guess that's what her thought process was.
Okay, well, so she thought that was maybe disrespectful or something, and when she did get the on the way text, like I guess she didn't really pay too much attention. She's like, yeah, whatever type deal. So then you actually show up. She probably didn't even believe it. Then you showed up, and then fucking. She's like, oh, he's actually here, but like, I'm already partying with my friends, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna do my thing. Maybe she was a little bit upset type deal. You think so?
I don't know, but like, regardless of the way though, it's like.
Even if she was upset, that's still no way to act.
Yeah, and then it's like there's like multiple things. I can't remember them all because it's like, obviously, like, you just let that shit go. It's just the purpose of this episode.
Hold on, let me just make sure I don't act. Were you buying her drinks? When you got there, so she could go dance with other dudes?
Nah, like, I wasn't even like, I didn't have a chance to.
Oh,
it's like, I saw her real quick, she's like, oh, these are my friends, and then she just literally.
And then she just fucking disappeared.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, where'd you go? You know, she's like, I'll be right back. And it's just like, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Too much was going on.
And you could have probably spent your night without that drama.
Yeah, 100%. So it's like, basically, like, she saw that I was phasing her out. And she asked me, like, what's up? I was like, do you want me to really tell her what's up? And I was like, so I told her, like all the shit, like, I've been noticing, all the fucking, like inconsiderate my time.
Exactly.
And
She was wasting your time, being rude, disrespectful.
But it turned me off so much, like, I didn't want to continue shit. It's just like, yo, I don't think, like, this is gonna work. You know?
Okay.
It was basically that. So it was, like, dead, right?
100%.
And then, like, it was probably fucking, like, I don't know, it was months and months. I don't even know, like, might have even been a fucking year. I don't know, dude. But then she started coming back and like she started like saying stuff, but I was like, bro, I don't even fucking trust that you changed. And I was like, you keep saying shit. And then like she was so persistent though, so I was like, yo, look.
So she just kept knocking, huh?
And I was like, no, like. And then like I told her, and then she's like, cause she apologized a couple times. Like what I really wanted from her was apologize without me asking.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's what like I wasn't telling her that's what I needed from her. I was just saying like, yo, look, this is how I feel, and this is how I feel. But I was waiting for her to just apologize without me asking for her to apologize. And then finally when she did that, I was just like, you know what, like, we can hang again. You know, and then we started hanging, like, the vibe was good. And that was it. And like, we just like, it just transitioned over to friends. You know what I mean? It just became like, we just became friends. And I was like, that's a wrap on that, you know?
Well, there you go. Well, that's actually another note that I think the folks should, understand as well. Like,
oh, the fucking, before to cut you off, like, the other thing is like, when she came back though, she came back correct. Like, this is the part that needs to be emphasized the most. She came back like all the things I was like, yo, like you might consider this. She was even almost like, I'm very considerate, but I almost felt like she was almost even more considerate than I was.
True.
You know what I mean? Like she was just like, because I was just talking about, I was like, yo, if we're hanging out, like it's like I want you to be thinking about me and shit. Like you pass like a store or something like that, and you're getting yourself a snack. Like don't just get it fucking for you. If you're coming to hang out with me, get something for me too. You know, shit like little shit like that. You know. And then just like being considerate of time and shit. And she was so fucking considerate post that conversation.
So she was receptive from the actions that you. Well, no, I mean you told her. She listened, and then she literally changed the way she acted.
No, 100%. Like she was younger though, so it's like she was probably like I was probably seeing her like 21. I was probably like a little bit older. Like I don't know, like I don't even know how fucking old I was. But anyways, but when she came back though, like. I didn't let her back in until like she showed me like number one she apologized and then two like she showed me like right off the back the first time I hung out she didn't even play games, she was just like yo I'm not even fucking around, you know.
So she had to gain your trust again.
Yeah, basically. You know
that makes sense. So you think you cutting her off made this individual a better person?
No, 100%.
Yeah.
Because I did it respectfully.
Yes.
And then like I told her like what she did wrong.
Exactly.
And then I waited for her to actually show me that she fucking changed.
So she needed some time to herself.
Yeah, 100%.
To figure out how to act basically after. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, she told me like she cut off a lot of people and shit. She just wasn't hanging with the right people and stuff. And like a lot of shit was an emphasis. And I was like, when she came back, I was actually really like surprised and impressed. And I was like, damn, I'll let you back, you know. You're welcome back, you know.
And then you let her back as a friend.
Yeah, basically.
Right?
Yeah.
That's perfectly fine. Like that's something I was gonna reiterate to the folks. Like if somebody you cut off and you guys are trying to do a relationship or hook up or whatever the fuck you're trying to do, and then you cut them off because of some behavioral aspects and you let them back into your life as a friend, that's perfectly fine. You don't have to take that next step if you're not ready, because you might still have some thoughts about, oh, I remember I already dealt with this individual. So it's like, why do that? You know, just being friends is perfectly fine. Like you don't have to rush back into something that you deaded, you know, like And even if you're the person who got deaded, you might not want to push for, oh, I want this, like, relax, chill. If it happens, it happens. It's all about vibes. It really is. It really is.
No, 100%, bro. It's just like, bro, like, you gotta, like, see, like, that story was, like, it was a good story because it's like, yo, like, actually, man, like, me telling her what she did wrong and then her fucking actually taking action to change it. Like 99% of the time, people fucking do not do that shit, you know? Like, it's like, I'll fucking, like, for example, like, I'll let you do you. I'll let you, like, think you're getting away with shit for a minute. And then one day you're just gonna be like, I'm like, yo, so we gotta talk about some shit, you know?
Sit them down, baby.
You're gonna be surprised that I fucking noticed all that shit. So don't be trying that shit, you know? I see it fucking all. Like, I've been through, like, let me ask you guys this question as an audience. Has a girl ever come over to your house and told you that you were uneducated? I can't even fucking say it. Like, now I sound uneducated. Has a girl ever fucking came over to your house and told you that you were uneducated, bro?
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
You know what I mean? Like, until you experience something like that, like, you don't have an understanding or a scope of, like, the type of individuals I've dealt with. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we have our own experiences, whatever.
Exactly.
But it's like, I'm saying, I see the bullshit. Sometimes I'll wait on the bullshit because I'm trying to give you a chance.
Yeah.
But if you start being like, if it starts going a little bit too much, you cross the line, my line that I preset in my fucking head, you're gonna get your ass sat down, and you're not even gonna be ready for that shit. You're like, oh. I was like, yeah, I saw all that bullshit you're doing. Like, what do you wanna
do? Yeah, no, it really depends on if the individual has changed or not. You know, I have stories of I've cut some people off, but they came back very apologetic. You know, very apologetic, and then you kind of feel bad for them because they're like, they might genuinely seem like a good person, but then, like, it all depends on what they like to do. If some people just get too drunk and don't know how to handle themselves and don't know how to conduct yourself, like, whatever the fuck you're doing, like, you gotta be, like, smooth. All, like, your personality shouldn't be fluctuating that much from, like, if you're having a good time. You know, I don't know what drugs people like to do, but some people could be too hyped all the time, too drunk all the time. Some people just go straight to coke. Whatever the fuck you're doing, don't change your personality. I'm keeping it real, dude. Like,
I mean, like, the thing about the fucking vices, right? So it's like,
everyone has their vices.
Yeah,
everybody.
Like, I think you even said this to me the other day, bro. It's like fucking like, yo, if you like to drink, you find someone who likes to drink. You know, like, if you like to fuck, you find someone who likes to fuck. But seriously, though, like,
yeah,
like, all these things fucking matter. Like, whether it's like fucking, having a drink, smoking, like, you need to find someone on that same way.
Exactly. You have to match vibes, because shit's not gonna work if you like to chill and the girl you're talking to is fucking high all the time or drunk all the time. Like, what the fuck? You're gonna be like, what the fuck am I even doing with this individual? Because, like, that's not your vibe.
Yes.
It's very simple. Or, like, let's say you like to drink, right? You like to drink, and then the girl, she likes to smoke. Now that's cool, but you got to meet in the middle. Like maybe you might smoke with her sometimes, or she might drink with you, but you can't just come and do your own shit, because she's gonna be up there, you're gonna be down there, and you're just trying to. It's gonna be a weird vibe because she's laughing at shit you don't think it's funny, and you're trying to drink more. Like, I've been through that shit.
Yeah,
like,
I was about to say, like, you definitely, like, you're speaking, like, the words you're saying the real, because it's like, you can tell it's like tied to, like, an experience.
No, 100%. So now you're looking nuts, right? You think you're looking nuts, but no, they're looking nuts to you, but you're looking nuts to them.
Yeah.
And you're just both in a room together, and you're both looking nuts. Yeah, that's what's going on. So it's like, you really gotta find somebody who, like, you vibe with on multiple levels. Like, some people just like to chill. You know, some people just like to go out, chill, smoke hookah. Cool. Find that group. You know what I mean? Like, find that group that likes to do that. And if you can hang with that group, you're cool. You can hang with that girl. You guys can do you. Some people just like to smoke weed, whatever. Find that group. Find that girl. Y'all want to. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. You feel me? Don't be trying to mix, because when you mix, it's a tornado, and it's probably not gonna go well. You know, there's very few people who can do everything and just be the same motherfucker. That's about it. I don't know too many people who they don't change. You know, just a little bit if they're on. You know, depending on what they're on, and it really comes down to their personality and how true you are as an individual. And that's the truth right there. Like, some people be hiding a lot of shit until they're drinking, and then when they're drinking, they're a whole different.
That's a nail, bro. It's like.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Yeah,
you're not the person, you know.
Bro, and that's a good fucking point.
I keep it real.
Back on. It's like, dude, like, it's like a switch that's fucking flipped. It's like you're hanging out. The vibe's so fucking amazing, so fucking beautiful. You're having a great fucking time. You're like, yo, I'm digging this fucking person and dope, right? You're not even thinking about fucking sex because you're just like, yo, this person's so cool. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden they fuck it for whatever reason. They had too much to drink. Or not even so much to drink. They're just fucking like, they get too comfortable and they just fucking flip the switch.
Exactly.
And you're like, what the fuck was that?
Where did that come from?
Like, you're fucking up the vibe. You're stressing about some shit. Like, deal with your fucking shit and don't bring that shit to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
That's plainly said. Right?
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, it happens. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta find your vibe with people. Like that's how you operate, and that's how you have the most fun when you're hanging out with anybody. You know, because clashing vibes is just not gonna last. I mean, you might think it will, but it's pretty toxic. So I'm giving this is the best advice. Some of the best advice I can give, and that's coming from the heart, straight up, because I've been in situations that like, well, what the fuck am I even doing here? You know, I'm trying to help you so you don't put yourself in that situation. And this is why the Savygents exist. Please, learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, see, these are the type of cuts that you don't fucking bring back, because it's like, if you're cutting them because like, yo, the vibe was different, you guys appreciate different fucking things going out, there's nothing wrong with it, we're not fucking judging. But it's like, you're creating fucking problems. It's like, yo, if you want to live a certain fucking way, and they don't live that certain way, like, if someone was cut, you like the thing about the coming back, right? Because like if it's been some time, like if it wasn't like totally fucking toxic or fucking ugly or whatever, like you're gonna let them back because you're just gonna remember the good vibes. You know what I mean? Like you're not fucking like petty. You're not worrying about old shit. Like as long as they didn't fuck you over too hard, you know? Or like if it was
as long as they didn't fuck you over too hard, right?
Yeah, but my thing is, it's like if it was a respectfully mutually departure, right? And like just because of the fucking vibe wasn't a fit, and then like. They can easily slide back in at a later date, you know? And you just gotta be wary of that shit. You just like, you can remember the good vibes and you can still create more good vibes, but just understand it's like, yo, the reason why you fucking deaded it is because of this. And in all likelihood, depending on the age and where you're at in your life, that shit may not fucking change, you know?
No, 100%. And then like, also on a more like crucial note, like, you know.
Crucial?
Yeah.
Oh.
On a more crucial
put the words across, crucial.
Yeah, right, crucial. On a more crucial note, let's say you were chilling with somebody or you had a vibe and then it ended horribly, right? But let's say you still had some feelings and a couple months down the road.
That's a tricky one, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm keeping it real. And then a couple months down the road, they want to slide back in. Some people don't deserve a second chance. Remember this. Some people don't. They fucked up too bad that they don't.
Yes.
You don't have to give.
You gotta detach yourself from those fucking feelings.
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your energy. They know they fucked up. Now they're coming back to correct it, and it's already dead. You know I deaded them, and for them coming back, they know like you've already won. You don't even have to entertain it. You know, like
they're just seeing you fucking come up to see your fucking stories on social media.
It's over.
But I'm hearing about you doing some crazy shit.
It's crucial because you gotta be careful, because if you're still holding on to those feelings, that individual comes back and fucking drags you back down to the I've seen some people go through the fucking mud. I'm telling you, it's terrible, man. You don't wanna be that guy. You really don't. You don't wanna do that. You know, I'm talking ex-wives, whatever, ex-girlfriends, trust me, like, please, if you know in your heart you had to 100% dead the individual, couple months down the road you're feeling happy, you're feeling good,
yeah, don't let that shit back in.
your DM pops up, hey, I was just thinking about that it. It's
just heart it, and like you're done.
It really is. It just heart it, smiley, like, leave it alone.
Don't fucking respond. Let it be.
Don't continue the communication. You continue the communication gives her or him hope, and they're gonna keep on trying, and and eventually they will get to you because they found an opening.
100%.
So I'm telling you, bro, that's crucial, bro. Like if you're talking about people coming back, there's some people you dead for a good reason, and you just gotta stay deaded. I'm sorry, but that's how it works.
So you can't be just digging up people, you know.
Exactly. You can't let everybody back into your circle, and that's the truth.
100%. Yo, with that note, with that knowledge, let's take a fucking break. We'll be right back.
We'll take a break.
Do what you gotta do, brother. Do what you gotta do.
The alcohol keeps you honest.
The alcohol keeps everybody honest.
Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
Don't drink too much, don't drink too little.
And don't drink it dry.
Yeah, don't do that shit. DUI suck.
Dare. You could sponsor us, by the way.
Yeah, Uber, Lyft, Uber, anyways. Let's back to the topic. Hey, we're back.
Let's clink it in.
Clink it in. All right. SGC. And we're back, baby. This is the conclusion of our great podcast. We just got a couple more, we're going to reiterate the topic, make sure you guys know exactly what the fuck is going on. And we got a quote of the day.
Oh shit, do we get a quote?
Yeah, we do. No worries. I got it.
Oh, yeah, she got it?
Yeah, I got it.
No worries. What's this guy doing when I was over there?
No worries. Go ahead and tell them about the
Alright, yeah, so
the second chance boo.
Second chance boo. Is that fucking you? I just had to, bro. You guys want to know where the fuck we got that from. So, have you ever seen, Second Chance You? It's on fucking Netflix. It's basically players that fuck up in college, and then they go back to, these random-ass community colleges, junior colleges, they call them, and then they fucking rebuild their resume and rebuild their image.
Exactly.
And then they get picked up by a big school again, and then they get drafted into the NFL.
There you go.
So, talking about that, right? So, there's some instances what we highlighted where people have legitimately changed. All they needed was that fucking cut by someone who was fucking real and a gentleman, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you end things on a gentleman, you change someone's fucking life. Don't be a fucking asshole, right?
Basically.
Yeah, don't be a fucking asshole. You could actually change someone's life and they're gonna be better for maybe if it's not you, but for the next guy. Or even the girl, right? If you fucking let that guy down easy and fucking not a fucking asshole, he can learn a great fucking lesson and be better to the next goers around, right? And all around, we're working together, making this world a better fucking place.
A fucking working all together, making the world a better place. You don't gotta be mean to people. You don't gotta lie to people. You don't gotta ghost people. You just gotta tell the truth, and you gotta be genuine. People can smell bullshit coming a mile away. So it's very simple.
What about dingleberries though?
This guy's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's very simple. I don't even know.
We're just having fun,
He's very simple. You gotta stay honest. You gotta stay honest to yourself. You gotta stay honest to the individual you're dealing with. And yeah, I cannot it sounds so hard, but it's not. It's and that's what it really comes down.
It's basically, bro, you gotta think about this, right? We're going to talk about the two individuals that are sitting at this table today, right? So, we got Don Fosa over here, and we got Alex Shock over here, okay?
Don 4, Big Al, how you doing?
Yeah, that's our stage name, but those are our real names too. Look us up, whatever the fuck, I don't give a fuck.
See all my arrested times.
Yeah, look us up in the Fairfax County directory, you'll find us. Look at us at our A-Ras group photo.
We work criminals.
No, but what I'm saying though is you gotta think about how much even in both of us has grown in the last couple of years. Alright, so for me, right, I'm naturally more of an introvert, right? So for me to be able to fucking come out and generally exit or end things in a fucking proper way, that takes a lot, to basically be yo, look, I'm not feeling this. I'm getting myself into confrontation. I'm feeling uncomfortable. But guess what? Every single time I've ever fucking done that, I felt so fucking good afterwards because it's yo, I did the right fucking thing. And then for this guy, right? You talk about Don, right? This guy used to be straight savage, and then he toned it down a little bit. He's I don't need to be an asshole all the time. And it's yo, I could be respectful with the closure. And as a result, it's fucking I'm sure he fucking feels better about his shit too.
Well, yeah, I had to speak the language that they wanted to hear. That's what it is. You need it's in a previous episode how we talk about you can't speak to everybody the same way. You need to definitely speak to some people you can be savage with, but you can't be savage with everybody.
No, 100%. Me and him, I can say what I fucking want.
Go fuck yourself.
Whatever, I can say whatever, but not everybody can talk like that too. And it's if you don't have the fucking patience to talk to someone the right fucking way, then maybe you shouldn't be talking to them at all. Exactly. You fucking a rude and fucking dickhead. Yeah, there it is. Holy shit.
There you go.
There it is. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but
this is why we are the Savygents.
Fucking Savygents. Emphasis on the savvy and the gents. Fuck.